On this episode of Dead Guy Interviews, we're going to be talking to Auguste Comte and Charles Darwin.
First, we'll welcome out Auguste Comte. Welcome, Auguste. How are you?
Hello, I am well, thank you.
So first off, we'd love to talk to you about your 6-volume System of Positive Philosophy. Would you like to tell us about that?
Yes, of course. I would say that my book was overlooked during the Romantic era, but it really came into its own during the 1848 swing to realism. I would say that it made quite an impact and has influenced many.
And I've heard a little about your 3 predictable stages of intellectual activity. What are those again?
Yes, well, thank you for asking. This happens to be my favorite subject of discussion. I postulated that human thought goes through 3 different phases. The first is a theological or fictitious phase. This is what I consider to be a necessary part of human understanding. The second phase is little more than a transitional phase.
Ah, very interesting.
Yes, thank you. The third and final phase is the metaphysical or abstract phase, which is a fixed or definitive state. With this, I have decided that the explanation of the universe has shifted from the will of God to the will of an orderly nature.
Simply fascinating. And if you don't mind my asking, what is your opinion of the scientific method?
I believe that by applying the scientific or positivist method, as I like to call it, the new discipline of sociology would be able to discover the laws of human relations.
Wow, our producers told us that you dismissed what you consider fictions of religion, making you the so-called chief priest of the religion of science.
Well, yes, I'm flattered. I suppose you could say that. Thank you.
All in all, I would boldly say that your stages of knowledge show the era's fascination with the concept of evolution and change. I'm sure you've inspired many. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Now we'd like to welcome out Charles Darwin, the most influential 19th century evolutionary thinker. Welcome, Charles.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
So, Charles, you got your start by serving as the naturalist on a 5-year cruise to Latin America in 1831. Tell us a bit about that, if you don't mind.
Yes, well, I collected many specimens of different animal species that I came across. Upon my return to England, I began to doubt the idea of each animal's divine creation, and I proposed that instead life had gradually evolved from a common ancestral origin.
Oh yes, is this what you called your struggle for survival, right?
You're correct. I summarized my works in my book On the Origin of Species by the Means of Natural Selection in 1859. I had a theory that chance differences amongst members of species make some more fit for survival while some are more likely to die. Eventually, the good traits win and eventually spread to the whole species over a long period of time.
Wonderful. Now I see why they called you the Newton of biology. Simply brilliant. I'm sure you've inspired many people.
Well, thank you. They even granted me the honor of calling those who followed me and came before me social Darwinists.
Well, I think that is simply wonderful. Thank you, Charles.
You're so welcome.
Well, it's been another fascinating interview. Don't forget to tune in next week for the next episode of Dead Guy Interviews. Thanks for watching.
Bye!